Rashad Perryman. It's not a
Agreed.
situation like that in this offense. So Jameis can sustain 2 receivers. It's just a matter of, who shows up and when. Godwin is more consistent at this point. But you're right. Panthers are a tough defense. And passing-wise right now, matter of fact, well.
Ooh, here's a question real quickly.
Go ahead.
How long do you ride the Patriots defense before you dump them because they're going to fall off the cliff? They haven't
Before
played
that
anybody.
5-game stretch they
Right.
have near the end of the year?
Yeah, like when do you want to get off that train? Because they're not going to keep doing this.
Well, that's true. It's certainly not going to be. I mean, it certainly wasn't this week, right? The Patriots had a great week, and I think even in the next couple of weeks, they have some pretty good matchups. Let me get to their actual schedule here.
Well, let's just put it like this. I'll fill the time while Dillon's doing something.
Please do.
I am one of these people that has some injuries and some buys with running backs, injuries to receiver, but I'm fortunate enough to have 2 starting caliber tight ends. So I am playing both George Kittle and the Diesel Dizzle Man.
Love it.
Diesel for shizzle rizzle hizzle.
What I had a problem doing was sitting Marquise Brown because of his foot injury against Cincinnati, which is like a dream matchup, you would think, for a starting caliber wide receiver. But with the foot injury and with his last couple of weeks, he's only had like 1 touchdown in like 30 or 40 yards. It's hard for me to start him over MVS of the Packers. What do you think about that, Dillon?
I actually got to agree with you. I think that's a good play, especially with Devontae out. You saw MVS getting more targets from Aaron Rodgers last year. It seems like the chemistry is building between those two. Seems like some trust. I always love a Monday
but
night
MVS
game.
is going to get Slay on him, though, because since Adams is out, the next, say he slides up, Slay is going to be on him.
That's true. No, that's true. But I just think that Cincinnati is such a poor defense as far as defending the rush as well, that Hollywood Brown may not be depended on very much at all. I mean, you might see a Mark Andrews touchdown, a Mark Ingram touchdown, and then let's just pound it out, play defense from there. So I don't know. I would go with the volume play of an MVS. I think the Packers are going to be throwing more than the Ravens this week. So I don't mind you throwing an MVS over Hollywood Brown, who, like you said, is dealing with an injury. And so is George Kittle. So I would keep your eyes on that. Last I saw, he might even be a game-time decision. But I don't mind the MVS over Hollywood Brown play at all. And as far as the New England defense goes, you are going to be keeping them for the next 2 weeks as they go to New York to take on the Jets, who have been basically anemic without Sam Darnold. We'll see what he can do against the Cowboys. And then they play home Week 8 versus the Cleveland Browns, who have been giving up sacks like, potatoes. Is that a good one?
It's okay.
They've been a bunch of turnstiles up
aging
there, right?
Really bad, because potatoes haven't come in sacks in like 50 years. They're plastic bags, dude.
Work with me here. Work with me.
I don't know. I'm lost here.
Okay, so what's your guys' picks for Carolina and Tampa Bay?
I like Tampa Bay.
I'm going Carolina. I'm riding the Kyle Allen train, baby. I think that 55-point put up was a one-time thing.
Tampa
Jameis is really
last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Tampa. They're erratic.
Kyle Allen, baby. Oh.
Moving into
no sense to me at all.
He's lone wolf. Come on
No,
now.
he's not. He's on a team
I'm
with
the lone
53 other guys. For the love of
No,
God,
I'm
you're not a
calling
lone
myself
wolf.
lone wolf.
There's no
I'm calling
quarterback
myself
that's a
a
lone wolf. It's the worst
Jay.
sport in the world to be claiming lone wolf. Like, it's
Let
the
me finish.
absolute no sport that you can say, oh, a lone wolf. You're literally on the sideline with over 100 people for 3 hours. There's no
Jay,
lone wolves.
You just had a rant for no reason. I said I'm a lone wolf because I picked Carolina.
Hey, but now
No.
I saw one. That was beautiful. I actually saw one in person.
Dillon, did you hear me correctly? Did I say I was
did.
the lone wolf?
As far as us making our picks, Jay, Dave meant that he was the only one that was picking Carolina.
Thank you.
But actually, I believe that Jay said because Tampa lost last week, he was taking Carolina.
No, I'm taking Tampa.
Oh, okay.
They win every other
All
week.
Right, there you go.
I'm the lone wolf. I'm taking Carolina. I'm riding this
Don't
Kyle
say
Allen
it again
train,
here. Oh, no.
Ow!
Moving into the AFC North, we have those woeful Cincinnati Bengals that are giving up 11, taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens still going to be without cornerback Jimmy Smith, Marquise Brown, and Mark Andrews, both questionable, both likely to play.
Yeesh.
On the Bengals side of the ball, I'm not reading anything about John Ross. I think he's questionable. A.J. Green still out. Auden Tate becomes another interesting play again. Tyler Boyd is an awesome play as usual. He just keeps eating up targets, getting better by the week. And
yeah, Jimmy Smith is the only one I see that's been declared out. Everyone else for Cincinnati's been declared out.
Yeah, it's just strange. But you've got Tyler Boyd taking on the Baltimore Ravens, who are currently giving up 25 fantasy points per game to the wide receiver position. So
surprising
I really
with how talented their secondary is.
Well, I think it's overrated this year. I really do. I think Earl Thomas gives them a name boost that they don't really deserve. And I think that Matt Judon is, I said it last year and I'll say it again, one of the most underrated players in the NFL. Without that guy rushing the passer, he's good also at setting the edge and defending the run.
You know who's good last year?
Who?
Zadarius Smith.
Exactly. Now you got him.
Terrell Suggs,
C.J. Mosley, Eric Weddle, all on different teams, and yet this Ravens defense manages to, bend but not break thanks to young guys like Matt Judon and the head coach John Harbaugh, who, speaking of underrated, I mean, say what you will about Jim, his brother, Michigan, but John, I think, is an excellent coach and doesn't get nearly the credit he deserves for the success that he's had with Baltimore since, obviously he took over a very good defense, a very good team, but they've gone through some offensive shifts, and now going from the statue that was Joe Flacco into this dynamic college-based read option offense with Lamar Jackson. I give John Harbaugh a lot of credit for keeping things going. I mean, let's face it, all of us had Lamar Jackson as a dud in the preseason as far as the quarterback goes. We knew that his receivers were going to be 2 rookies and Willie Snead, and this offense has really managed to yes, they took on some pretty weak defenses early on, right? Miami Dolphins, Arizona Cardinals are going to inflate your stats, as we've seen with a lot of other guys. But, Greg Roman comes in, former offensive coordinator for San Fran when they were having their success with Colin Kaepernick, seems to be setting Lamar Jackson right. The yardage has gone down, but the Ravens carry on.
Turnovers have also gone up, too, the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been kind of ugly as far as him reading coverages still. He's got a lot of work to do there, but I think he's at least protecting the ball a little bit better. He's still taking unnecessary shots, but it's a big opportunity here for Mark Andrews to continue his successful campaign and keep it rolling with Cincinnati just being an atrocious rush defense. Running back Mark Ingram to continue to have touchdowns, continue to pile up yardage.
Yes.
This is a game that I think the Ravens win easily. But as far as other fantasy options go, I mean, I'm not crazy about having to stream someone like Tyler Eifert. If you have to stream Andy Dalton, so be it. Like we said, the Ravens are a fairly susceptible defense. But yeah, I think that's a pretty easy game to call, and we can move on. Real interesting game for me. You've got the Seattle Seahawks favored by 1.5 against Cleveland Browns, who are struggling mightily on offense, despite all the preseason hype, despite being declared the AFC North winners.
Here, but I'm going through my Twitter feed here, and I just got to stop this. What the hell is going on with Zachary Jacobson and Twitter? What in the fuck are you doing suspending Zachary Jacobson? Come on. Now you start over. I'm lost. I've been busy all week. I'm catching up. This is bullshit. I'm just saying.
Wait, I didn't even see that. What?
Yeah, like I just seen he's got a new account, and I'm like looking, and all of a sudden I'm looking at this, and we're live, and I thought we should address this because it's ridiculous. Twitter, stop being bitches.
Zachary Jacobson? I just went to his thing, and he's not suspended anymore.
A new account.
No, whenever you go to a suspended.
Hi, friends. I was suspended for reasons I still don't know. And after a few futile attempts at recouping my account, I figured I might as well start over. But that's okay. It's just Twitter. Life is about starting over. Let's roll. And you hit that account, and he's got 1,656 followers.
Oh, okay. That is the new one. Okay, my bad.
What the hell?
Wow.
What did he do? Apparently, he doesn't know what he did. I swear to God, people are just stupid. I don't know.
Is there anything about Hong Kong on his Twitter feed?
No, the one thing that I did see happen is a big Bears.
EJ, didn't he?
Yeah, EJ was suspended as well, and I'm wondering if that was the case.
Well, yeah, but still, EJ was a dum-dum.
Well, yeah, because he tried saying Mitch is like going to be better than Mahomes this year. He said the defense was going to be better than it was last year. As a Bears fan, I'm sorry. He predicted a lot of crap different, but we'll get to that here in a second. Let's keep going on these games.
I'm sorry, I had to interrupt. That was just like breaking news on the Jays Twitter front. Sorry, Dillon. My bad.
Hey, I mean, everything that's relevant in the Twitter world, we got to break it. We're live, right? I mean, so if it happens, let's get it out there.
Seattle-Cleveland.
Seattle-Cleveland. This is a game where I don't know how Seattle is only favored by such a small point total. Well, I guess I do when you think about
3-hour time difference, they got to move.
Yeah, but man, I mean, let's just stop pretending like this Cleveland Browns offense is going to explode into something we expected early on. It's not that. This offensive line is not giving Baker Mayfield any time to throw the ball downfield and really hit Beckham on those deep routes that we've all were excited about at the beginning of the year. We thought, oh man, this
Dillon,
Oklahoma Heisman.
Wasn't Freddie Kitchens supposed to be like the QB whisperer? He fixed Baker Mayfield and won the season last year. He's a genius.
Man, that was the talk. It was like Hugh Jackson, was the wet blanket on this offense.
Can I go back to an earlier thing I said? Nobody's a genius in a front office when you trade away an all-pro interior lineman and now you can't block anybody on the inside. Dumbass!
I'm so not getting back into that argument with you.
Oh, you just said, well, they can't hit him downfield because they can't get him any time. Well, you might be able to get some time to throw the ball. By the way, what you need to step up into the pocket. You have to do that. And guess what you can't do when you don't have an all-pro guard there? You can't step in the pocket because there's a freaking defensive line in your face.
I also see Dillon's take because even when Baker does have the time to throw, he's not hitting OBJ or Landry in any stride. And if you go look at that wide receiver core, the tight ends, the running backs, and you're like, it's the same thing in Atlanta.
McCarthy.
No, I got it, but just listen. It's the same thing as Atlanta. You look at their talent across the board. and it's just something's not clicking. And I'm